So, Derek.
Cammy.
Well, I was going to say, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back.
In his home. I'm so excited. Today's Friday.
Happy Friday.
Well, they're seeing this on Thursday.
Okay.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, but
Yes.
it's our Friday.
Yes, it is our Friday.
I mean, it's a little birthday for a little someone, you know?
It is someone's birthday on Monday in a few days.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Happy birthday, Carmen.
I thought it was you.
Oh, no, it is my birthday.
Your birthday's on Monday.
It is on Monday.
Are you
yes.
feeling better about it?
I feel better. I remember we were talking a little bit about it on
Yes.
the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you would have watched it, you would have known too. Instead of just remembering.
I do watch it. I feel much better, actually. I really do.
Okay, good.
Because turning 30 is definitely an exciting time.
It
you know what I mean?
is.
I can imagine, like, Cammy right now just thinking, like, I'm a Gen Z. I can't relate.
You keep saying, listen, he keeps saying I'm Gen Z. I'm a
millennial. Oh, that's not true. She always says that she's Gen Z.
No, I don't. Honestly, half the time I'm just talking out my ass.
No, me too. But, like, that's how we are, you know?
How we are.
Yeah, are.
That's how we are.
Or.
Yeah.
But, you know, but growing up, did you feel like you watched a lot of, I guess, what do you watch, like, growing up? Like, what was your favorite TV show, like, childhood, like, show that just feels right?
Favorite would have to be, like, the early Disney Channel show. That's a Raven.
So good.
You know,
so good.
Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, so good. I want a bra.
Yes, a bra, Mom, a bra. I want a bra. It was something like that. But yeah, so it was that. But then I also really liked, like, was it Kicking It that I used to watch with my brother?
Is it Gotta Kick It Up? Is it with the cheerleaders?
No, I know what you're talking about, but no, it's the one with Olivia Holt.
I didn't do it.
No, she did. I did watch. I didn't do it.
So good.
But there was another
it's like the
one.
Kid Friends.
It was like a karate show, and I watched that with my brother like all the time.
Kicking It. It is Kicking It.
It was Kicking It.
Yeah, with Kelly Burstland.
I don't know.
Something like that.
But yeah, it was just because my brother's 5 years younger than me, so when he started growing through, like, you know, and watching all this, like, I would still watch Disney Channel with him, and I was like in high school.
No, me too. No, I went all the way to college years watching it because my sister was we're 10 years apart. So of course I kind of had, like, I relived like a second childhood with my sister's lens, you know? So it's kind of cool.
What were your favorite shows growing up?
Early Disney Channel shows too. But the movies are so good.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh my gosh, and Sweet Life on Deck afterwards.
Yes.
It's good. Ugh, so cute.
Yes. But what movies? What Disney Channel movies? Like the old DComs?
Old DComs. Like, oh my gosh. We should watch one.
I'd be down. I remember I was obsessed with the 13th Year.
Oh, so good.
There was one.
Is that the one where he becomes a dolphin?
A mermaid.
A mermaid. Oops.
Close.
So yeah, that was good.
And then it was like the one where, like, he also becomes like a leprechaun. It's like the same actor.
Luck of the Irish.
The Luck of the
with
Irish.
Ryan Merriman. He's so cute.
I guess. I don't.
So cute.
I don't really remember. I don't know what he looks like now.
Oh, he's still really fine.
Really?
Look it up, people. Look it up.
I just remember him being in like a bunch of movies. You okay?
Yeah, my allergies are acting up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, apparently everyone keeps saying that. I don't know. I'm used to, like, North Carolina allergies.
Yeah, so it doesn't phase you at all.
So this is nothing. I feel good. Like, usually around this time of the year, I'm like dying back home.
Oh dang.
Yeah, but like I've been good.
That's
I
good.
haven't taken a single allergy med.
That's amazing. That's good.
Knock
on wood.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it'll happen. I'm manifesting it now. It won't happen.
Yeah, allergies are gonna be. What are allergies anyways for her? You
know? Speaking of manifestation, today you were all excited about what it was, like, the Lionsgate portal.
Yes, I'm so excited. So cool.
Yeah, did you manifest anything?
I did manifest. Okay. Yes.
Do you want to share?
Yes.
Or what did you do?
Okay, so I played a 432 hertz on YouTube, and it's like this frequency that's like a manifestation frequency.
Oh.
Heard it on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's where we get all our info.
Right, and it was
Yeah.
playing, and it was just so therapeutic, and I honestly kind of want to play that often and just hone into it because it feels like I'm back at the spa again. Because when I worked
Ooh.
at the spa, they actually do play like, you know what I mean, like ASMR,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
and it was so calming, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yes.
And then on my days off, I play the Insight Timer, the app that you
I
recommended for
love
me.
Insight Timer.
Love
Yes.
it. I would play like 2 of those little videos about anxiety, and
Yes. They just have so
it
much.
feels so
I
good.
love Insight Timer. I'm not joking. If I could, we're recording on my phone, so I can't go and show you like how often I've been there. But since
Yeah.
I discovered it, like right before the pandemic, can't remember what year that was, but I'm assuming it was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
About 4 years ago. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, about 4,
Wow.
5 years ago. I've been listening to it like religiously ever since. But
That's
the reason I brought up
amazing.
manifestation is because lately we've been doing a lot of daydreaming. You've been trying to
I'm trying to
daydream
hone
more.
into it, yes. If you notice, like, me, like, at work, I notice, like, if you notice, I'm trying to, like, really get into it. And
Because
it's,
I think it's good. I think it
yeah.
helps with visualization.
Yes.
Yes, which is essentially, I feel for me at least, that's kind of what helps me manifest things.
It's very true. Like, I feel like when I start thinking about these things, it just brings into like a really happy place for me, and it's very
Yeah.
uplifting, and it's really like motivating, and it's like a whole different energy. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it.
Yeah.
I rarely get those feelings, so I'm still trying to practice in it, trying to get more into my inner work on it. But
Yeah.
it's really fun, and it's
Yeah.
great too to learn more about yourself.
I love that. Do you
Mhm.
journal?
The only thing issues with me journaling is that so I guess like there's journals that I feel like are so pretty
Yeah.
that I don't have the guts to write on it, because if I write on it, oh, I made a typo, or like I'll erase it.
But you don't have to get those. Like I literally use like 5 subject notebooks and I just write.
Oh wow.
And you can make like, this is what worked for me when I first started journaling. It's that like I literally just opened the first page and I made a contract with myself. And I was like, I can't erase things, I can't cross things out. Whatever's here, I just gotta get
Like
it
authentically.
out. Yeah, like the notebook's not gonna judge me. And then it was really hard for me to just go like, dear diary. So I started acting like I was writing letters to like a friend.
Aww.
And so I was just like, hey friend, or dear friend, or something along those lines. And I would just journal and just get
Dear Kelly
out.
Clarkson.
Yeah, whoever. You can call your journal whatever you want.
I love it.
You know?
Yeah.
You should really get into it more.
Yeah. I actually should. I don't know why Kelly Clarkson came in my head, but
I don't. Probably because we were singing. That's
yeah,
why.
Since you've been gone, but my brain's gone.
I really didn't get to do what I always do when I like manifest. I tend to go like all out, but I didn't do it this time mostly because
you do it every day.
Yeah.
Which I love so much, by the way. That's where I want to be.
I do. Well, everyone has their own thing, you know. Like you can find different ways to connect with like your inner self and your higher self and all of that, you know. But for me, like back home, I'm from the South, and so we have in my parents' home we have like this backyard, and you know we have a little place to do like a little bonfire, and it's nice. And so I would go out there and I would see the stars and I would just like pray and like talk, and you know I sometimes would have the fire going, especially if it was cold, and I would have like a little bonfire. And yeah, no, it was nice. Like I was just barefoot, like my feet on the grass, like everything was just like the vibes were vibing, and it was just really good. And I just felt really connected with like myself and God and the universe.
That's
and
beautiful.
Everything.
Yes.
But here, I live in an apartment. I don't even have a patio, like a balcony.
Yes.
And so it's like I can't just have a fire in my apartment, you know? But yeah, so that's what I used to do when I would like manifest, and I would go all out and I would like journal and pray and talk and whatever.
Yeah.
But here I'm like trying to find a way to connect like that again and feel, because I don't know, there's like a certain feeling that I get where I just feel like and I'm like on top of the world, and it just feels nice.
Yes.
But yesterday I was able to kind of do it.
Get that little
nice. Yeah, because I spend I feel like manifesting for me, I have to visualize it.
Yeah.
I have to really see it. And like I've said in this podcast before, I daydream so much, and I can either make myself daydream or it just happens randomly. Like I could just be doing, and suddenly I'm like daydreaming, and I'm like in my own world in my head. And
which we do not know if that is normal. Just kidding.
I feel like it might not be.
But really cool though.
I feel
It's
like
some
I use
psychic
it
stuff
in a
right
good
going.
way. He keeps saying that I have visions, but it's not like a hey Chelsea, help me type of vision, you know? And yeah, no, so I really have to like visualize it. Like I have to see it. And it's not just like seeing myself
interesting.
like walking down this, like, no, it's like I have to envision like my life, my house, my friends, my everything. Like I
Is
see
it in your point of view, like when you maladaptive daydream, are you looking in the lens
it's
of
like
your
as
eyes?
if I was living there. Like as if I was living in that daydream in that moment. Like it's from my
like you're looking around. So you're not even, you know how like some people when they daydream, they're looking as if like you're sitting
they're
there
looking at themselves.
They're looking at themselves.
Yeah.
Or are you actually living in it?
I'm living in it.
Oh, okay. So your point of view is like looking around. Like for example, when I daydream,
I feel like I'm gonna get diagnosed so hard.
No.
I'm gonna get diagnosed so hard on the internet.
I'm curious.
Next thing I know, I have like 5, 10, 15 different conditions.
I know. You're like, oh, good to know.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I'm curious on what your thoughts are of this. Because if I daydream, it's weird. I always would think of like when I daydream, I see myself.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like I see myself winning an award.
Oh.
But it is me there.
Yes.
And I'm like sitting in the audience. But then there's.
But you're watching yourself.
But you're watching yourself like
but
winning
why
the award.
do you feel
like
you can't be the one reaching it?
Ooh, that's deep.
No, because that's what I'm wondering. Because
that's so true.
You're not like you're seeing yourself get there, but you are seeing another person essentially since you're sitting down.
Interesting. Yeah, like I'm looking at like me, but it's like
you know it's you because it looks like you, but
it's like you are that.
Yeah, you're the one who gets there.
It's like I'm idolizing myself without being myself.
I've noticed that you do this a lot, and you said it the other day, because sometimes he's like, oh my god, I can't wait for it to be, Wednesday, 5 p.m. And I'm like, I can't wait for it to be Friday, 6:30 p.m. Like
Weird.
And I feel like, I don't know why that just connected in my head when you said you see yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't you be in that moment?
Wow.
Are there limits that you're setting yourself? I don't know.
Feel
I've
no,
never
but honestly though,
Kimmy, or anything. It's just, but that's just how my brain works.
That is very true, actually. Maybe it is. I never even thought of it like that. Well, maybe I'm practicing on being that rather than
you already are. Because you have that potential.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Cammy.
Yeah, because I read somewhere, and I don't think this is true. I don't think it's whatever. This was one of those like spiritual reads that I would do, like different like theories that people have or whatever. So I haven't actually done research. I don't think this is like actual science related. But someone said, or I read somewhere, that the future, the past, and the present, they're all happening at the same time, just like in different frequencies.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since that, I've always made it a point to say, like, I don't know, like, in my mind, I have this vision of who I want to become. And it's like, no, I am already that woman. That's already in me. I just need to find her or get to her or get to that moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like you already know all of these things in you. You're just kind of, you already know what you are about to.
Yeah, they've already happened. Just in a different time, like in the future. But if they're all happening at the same time, then I already know it regardless. Even if I don't consciously know it, I feel like my soul will know. And I feel like that's kind of what I use to like guide me through life. Oh,
it's just like knowing like, oh, this is my next step. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
I love that, because when you're so certain, right, of yourself, and you know kind of that trajectory Of course, life is going to give you curveballs and everything there.
And you can change at any point too.
Yeah,
you know.
But there's a power in taking that and knowing that this is the trajectory of your life. Like, this is like taking power of anything, right? Wins, losses, anything. And I think that's so powerful.
Yeah. But I feel like that's why whenever I daydream because, like, for example, earlier or yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how big my dreams are.
Yes, I love
and
them.
I was like, in my head, it's like and that's something that also drives me to keep going, to like keep doing my own thing.
Yeah.
It's because I can almost like be in that moment. Like I will, it's like I see myself like, I don't know, just living that life from my point of view.
Wow.
And what that would be, what friends would like walking into, I don't know, my own house and like my closet and putting on clothes and then meeting friends, like all of that, like I see it in my head very clearly.
Wow.
So then I write it down, and then it's like, how can I get there? Because I feel like that's how I manifest. Like if I can envision it in my head, then I can make it happen. I can bring it out. I can make it happen in real life. Wow. Maybe not to the T, maybe not like exactly, because obviously life is life. Yeah. But like, for example, if in my head I see myself in a house and with a really nice wardrobe, simple manifestation. Yeah. It doesn't, if I can see it, I can bring it to life. So what steps can I take to make that vision come true? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like,
that's how I manifest.
I love that. It's kind of like you see the vision. You're just going to gather your tools so you can get there.
Yeah, because I feel like manifestation is work between you and a higher power. So if you put in the work, it'll be given to you.
Beautiful.
I just don't know when, but it will.
I agree. I agree that wholeheartedly, yes.
I hope that makes sense.
That makes complete sense.
Because I feel like between that and the maladaptive daydreaming and me sharing all of my mental health issues, I feel like I'm going to get diagnosed really hard.
No. No way. I think that is such a powerful perspective. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I agree. Yeah. That's so true. And I love that mindset because it really kind of sets you for success to be able to know that, like you said, the past, the present, the future are all playing at the same time, this, in their own frequency. Mm-hmm. And I'm like recapping this.
Which I don't know if it's like legit or not. And it's probably not. It was literally one of those like,
it's pretty powerful things though. I love it.
Like, yeah. And whether it's real or not, I don't particularly care because it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, I love it.
Just to have that idea.
I'm about to buy some bay leaves and write on them. So
yeah, I told you to do that yesterday because I saw on TikTok that if you wanted to like manifest, that like that would help you.
We should buy some bay leaves.
Well, I think it was just yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but I see a lot of random stuff on TikTok, and
I heard it's from the 8th to the 12th.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
Oh, we'll see. I don't know.
The 12th of my birthday, and also there's a meteor shower every year on my birthday.
Oh, you can make wishes.
I can make wishes.
Have you ever seen like a shooting star?
I have.
Have you seen like the ones that are like really green?
No, I've only seen like the very white ones that are just really quick, and you're like, oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, I like that. I've seen a few of those.
It's just so like, it's such a beautiful sight.
Sometimes, because it's so like, I don't know.
It's so strange, right?
Yeah.
But I think some shooting stars, I've seen them maybe 3 years on my birthday because I just prepare them, and that's back in Colorado where it's not as polluted.
Yeah.
And it's just like complete easy sight to see. It's so calming, and it's just such a beautiful sight. So I get chills, and it's just such a beautiful view. So it's very calming.
Yeah.
But green ones, that'd be wild.
Well, no, because I remember I told you I liked, like in my parents' home, I would sit in the backyard at night. Like I would be there for hours, pretty. Just like staring up, looking at the stars. Because I mean, again, you could see them. It's not as polluted there as it is here. Mm-hmm. And I was just one day, I was just like praying and talking, and I see this like green light, and I could see it. It was like you could see like the fire and everything, and it was just like, whoa. And it just like but then it just died down. Like it was just, it did its thing.
Brass summer.
But then it freaked me out. I was like, oh my god. I don't know, like I was just like,
oh my gosh. That's pretty
but it was
scary
pretty cool though.
That's cool. Speaking of that, UFOs. Mm-hmm. So I have this little thing, right, with UFOs.
Okay, like what kind of a thing?
Like I like. Just kidding. No, I'm not gonna get weird into it.
He
No,
likes
but
aliens.
I love aliens.
He has an alien fetish.
I know. I love aliens. No.
Leave him alone. Do you believe in aliens?
I believe in aliens.
Me too.
I feel like aliens are not like what you'll see in like movies where it's like a green,
yeah.
like deformed.
I have theories.
I don't know if deformed is a politically correct word.
Is it for aliens? I don't know.
For aliens, like aliens are just like these little blobs, right? But I think aliens are like a sense of like energy. You know what I mean? They're orbs. They're energies.
That's so crazy you said that. That's my theory. I feel like they exist in different frequencies.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah.
So like I feel like sometimes
I feel like the lower the frequency, the more tangible they are.
Yeah, like
so I'm like, maybe those are not like too nice. But then again, I mean, if they were mean, we would have already been like, I don't know, destroyed or some shit. I don't know.
True.
You know?
Yeah, but I feel like our energies were never that low to see them, maybe.
Or that high.
High to see them.
I don't know. But I do believe in aliens, though. I've never really thought about it as hard as I have when I started getting into science.
Yeah.
And in particular, like getting like into space and like watching like space documentaries.
Ooh, STEM girlies.
Well, no, because that's kind of when I started like being like in awe of like the fact that like I'm alive. That like I'm here. You know, it's just like, wow, like we're here. And I know that some people may be like, oh, she's thinking about it too hard. And yes, I might be, because that's just who I am. And
I love that.
Everything has a meaning to me, and everything is happening for reasons. And yes, I think hard about a lot of things. But I don't know, like I just feel like it was just, I don't know, I became in awe of the fact that we were here, that we were existing, we were living, we were having like lives on this planet.
Yeah, like our souls just like now. We're a beating heart.
Yeah, like and like that's like that to me was crazy. But then it was like the universe is so infinite, right?
Yes.
Or it's not so infinite. It's infinite.
It's infinite. Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me we're the only ones?
That's crazy.
Like we're the only. I don't know, because I have this thing where it's like where there's one, there's many. So like, and I always tell myself that, especially when I'm anxious and I'm like around a new crowd or I'm feeling insecure and I'm like, maybe, I don't know, like, I'm like, if there's one, if I do this and there's other people that do this, if I like this and there's other people that like this.
It grounds you knowing that you're not alone. And I think that's so comforting.
Yeah. You know? And so I've found that to be true with a lot of things. And I'm like, I know like aliens are like, you can't really prove that they're here or whatever, whatnot. But like, and I don't know what they look like, who they are or whatever. But like in my head, I'm like, if we exist, why can't something else similar to us exist as well?
Exactly.
You know, it's weird to me to think, or silly of me to think that we're the only thing here. You know? Yeah,
I agree with you. I feel like there is, and they're not going to be something that we can see sometimes, because it could easily be something that's like just invisible to the human eye, you know?
Could be. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. I mean, I have my own theories that I'm not going to share, but
they're created in this laboratory and
but yeah, like I don't know. But you know, something science related, I'm about to geek out a little bit. But that in particular, like in relation to like space, that like will keep me up at night and I have to tell myself like fucking go to sleep. Like stop. Where the fuck are we?
Oof.
Let me get deeper into it. Let me just, okay? Because we all come from somewhere, right? Everything's inside something, right?
Yes, like I was in my mother's stomach.
Yes.
1994.
Yes. Yeah. No, but like seriously, like we are inside an apartment that's inside an apartment complex.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
City that's inside whatever. And eventually it's like we're a planet that it's inside a galaxy, and that galaxy inside, you know, a universe. Like
I was high one time.
Where is the fucking universe?
And I got anxiety like one time thinking that, because it's just like, that's crazy.
Well, if I was high and I was having those thoughts, I'd probably have a panic attack.
No. I mean, I had anxiety attack.
I feel that way. Like I'm like,
it's intense. Like, whoa.
But it's because I need to know the answer to a lot of things, and I'm like, I will never, not until I die and I like my soul goes to places, will I ever know the answer to that. And it drives me crazy. It's just like, where are we?
just like how far and how vast things are, or
Well, it's just like, where are we? And how did all these little molecules and shit that make up everything in the universe, in this universe, where did it come from? How did it get there? Because it was like black one day, and then suddenly the Big Bang happened, and it's just like, and now we have like stars and planets and black holes and everything. And I'm
all
just
of
like,
this just made up of all
where
these things.
did it come from? Because it had to come from somewhere. Where the fuck are we? That drives me absolutely insane. And I have to tell myself, I'm like, you're never gonna get the answers as long as you're alive. You're never gonna know.
I know.
And you have to let it go, because it will keep me up at night.
It is definitely a scary thought. I will say that.
It's not even scary. It's not scary to me. It's just like, I want to know. And why can't I know? Why can't I know? And
I'm just thinking about it gives me anxiety. Like, I'm in the state of shock right now. I'm like,
really?
Whoa. Yeah, it's intense.
That drives me crazy. Crazy.
Oh, geez,
and you just saw a little bit of it. Like, no, because like the first thing that drove me like absolutely nuts was like figuring out where the humans come from, right? Yeah. And I remember it was like during the pandemic, and I was hanging out with my brother, and I was like, where do humans come from? Because we're not like, other species out there that, they're just born and they can walk and they can do this and what, like, we need to be taken care of. So where did that human come from? And he gave me this whole theory about how we come from fish.
Interesting.
And then I was just looking at him, and I was like, wow, this dude's really high. And I was like, Matt, that's not true. He's like, no, I watched a documentary. And then he pulled up a documentary that was like, I think it was like a BBC documentary or something.
Okay.
And it was like a 3-part, it was on Amazon. I don't know if it's free, but it was on Amazon. It's like Your Inner Fish. And we watched it. Yeah, no, it's like 3 parts, and like we watched the whole thing. It was just really fun. But it made me like relax a little bit. I was like, okay, that's where that comes from.
We're fishes.
Yeah, we come from fish. I let it go.
Done.
But the universe one, where I am like, where are we?
Yeah.
I cannot let that go. It's been years,
and
it drives me crazy.
You heard that BBC Amazon documentary out there?
I mean,
give Cammy an answer.
Yes, please. I feel like I'm one of those like aliens, I feel like one of those. Like, I feel like I sound crazy, but it's like,
what's going on?
But it's just something I need to know. It drives me nuts, Derek. It drives me nuts. Aww. Sorry, I know that's a little rant.
It reminds me of the grammar rant that I had the other episode.
Yeah, that was cute.
I don't even care about the content.
Correcting people.
Yeah. I don't care if I'm grammar police. I don't, because I think, and I truly firmly believe in the stance where people need to be educated for these very minor, minuscule things. Because if you're not learning it now, honey, you're never going to learn it anywhere,
Yeah.
You're like, this is something that matters, Derek.
No, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters to me.
It matters. It's actually really introspective, really interesting. And it is really interesting. I know I sound sarcastic, but I don't mean it.
He is he has been in a weird mood like all week.
Really? You think so?
Yes. And I think it's because of your birthday.
Maybe it is. I think, you know what it is? I think it's because I'm just drained.
Okay.
Like,
of what? Like life?
Like, I'm exhausted.
I'm really
tired, yeah.
Okay.
It's like so tired. And I think it's also because I'm not getting enough sleep.
Okay, because you're going to bed at like 12.
Yeah.
If not later, and then eating really late.
Yep.
And then you try to pretend like you ate at 8, but it was really late.
Yep, that Chipotle that I sent you. Like, that thing was late. And I feel like I should eat better. That's one thing. I feel like I'm just eating a lot of junk food. Which is a huge thing. Like, I feel like if you're eating junk food, you're not going to, the gym at least 2-3 times a week. I feel like it definitely makes your body feel sluggish. Or at least mine. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Why do you think that you are doing things that why are you sabotaging?
I think maybe it's because it's just so easy, right? It's easy to like eat things that you like that are just like not good for you. It's easy to not go to the gym, but I have to remind myself that the things that are good for you are not necessarily going to feel good
at first, anyway.
At first, at least. And it's just going to get better and better from here. I think it's all about practicing and following through. That I'm practicing, but I think I'm getting the hang of it though.
Okay.
Because I have people that love me, that holds me accountable. I have lovely friends like Cami. I have my family that always says, "Did you take your multivitamins?" And I always do right when they text me that.
Yeah.
I have a one a day that I take. I take a collagen, I take a biotin, and I also take a fish oil pill every single
Oh,
morning. Yes,
nice.
those 4 pills because I want to get my nutrients, you know?
Yeah, if you eat healthy, you'll also get some.
Yeah, but who wants to do that?
No, but
Oh, but you're right though.
no. Well, I'm just wondering because I know that you're the type of
Oh my
person.
goodness. Everyone's gonna see this and be like, Derek's so gross. He just eats unhealthy food. No, I eat healthy foods too. I cook sometimes.
Mhm. Um, it's okay.
I do cook. I made salmon and rice the other day. So
You did.
good.
Well, first of all, don't don't feel like you're being shamed. Don't shame
Yeah,
yourself because bad habits take time to get rid of.
it's very true.
But you do have to try to get rid of them. Now, but I know that's hard. But I also feel like just from conversations that we've had, you've mentioned how you eat your feelings and you have anxiety and you've been struggling with your anxiety lately.
It's been tough,
So
yeah.
maybe there's something that you need to work through, that you need to stop ignoring and
Mm.
think about or talk
It
about.
might be my birthday, Cammy. Now that I think about it, there's nothing else, and it's probably that.
And I think it's, do you mind if we talk about it? We talked about it a little bit earlier
Let's talk about it.
about the age and the expectations that society
Yeah.
places on a 30-year-old and maybe comparing yourself to those expectations.
Is this what you're talking about in the car about the topic?
Yes. Well, no, but it's leading to that.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's do it.
Okay. No, but I'm being serious. I was asking you a question.
Okay.
Because what freaks you out about turning 30? And I'm asking as someone who's not 30 yet, but obviously one day will be.
Cammy. We love it.
And I just want to know, what does it feel like? No, I just want to know what goes through your mind because obviously this is something that happens to like a lot of people.
You know that 8-year-old girl that interviews Kamala Harris? Like,
No.
what do you have? Well, do you have any advice for the new generation? So nervous for
Stop.
some reason.
No, this is something that everyone always like makes a big deal out of, like turning 30. I don't see people making a big deal when someone turns 40. They do when someone is 50. But like every like my cousin, I have cousins that are like past their 30s. She's like 31, 32, and they're like it wasn't that bad. But there's all these fears that go through people's minds.
It's weird, and it's like an invisible anxiety or something. When you hit your 20s, it's still feeling like, whoa, this is like me starting things out. And it just feels very liberating, and it still feels like just like a teenager, but in a different like era. You know what I mean? Or a
Uh-huh.
different, just like in a different outfit or a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's not until like you're 29 and you're approaching the 30s, it seems like your 30s is like, it just seems like how I visualize like age is, and I'm trying to reframe this too because I know that this is just in my head. I'm learning how to control my anxiety by practicing like thinking like this is all just anxiety talking. It's not really me. My anxiety is talking like this to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you're having like a big brick, right? It's like a small brick. You're a teenager, boom, right? You have another solid brick for your 20s, but then there's like this really large brick, and it's like your 30s, and this one just, and it's like strong AF, and it's like intense, and it just seems like whoa, like you feel all of these emotions, you feel all the things in your past that you have done, and it seems like all the things in your 20s is trying to prepare you for this moment, and it just seems like is all the things that I have learned from my past going to help me for these next 10 years? Are all the things in my past going to make me better for that person in my head that I'm thinking is going to be in my 30s, you know? It's like it's a lot because I feel like I'm already feeling like you start to feel a little older too.
Fix your hair.
Oh my goodness.
There you
Yes.
go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're such a good friend.
Yeah.
Um but it's crazy. That
Yeah.
break is really heavy and it just seems like it just gets closer. And then on Monday when I wake up, it's like boom, you're 30.
But you're not gonna feel any different. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
I
You're
don't know,
right.
like it's going to feel like. Well, first of all, it's
The 11th and the 12th is just going to feel the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be special because that's another year.
Yeah.
You know, like no, but like, that's another year that you've been here. People aren't lucky enough to make it to 30 or 28 or 29 or whatever.
It's very true.
You know, and you are blessed enough that you're here.
Thank you.
You know, but
I'm very blessed.
I think too though, it might be a little bit of like thinking of what your life is supposed to be at 30 that's making you anxious.
It is that too. Yes. It's both because, and it kind of correlates with each other, you know, because you're thinking of all the things in your past of what could bring you up to the present, but then you also have things that in the past that you envision yourself in the future. So it's kind of like you're playing kind of like a tug of war with your past, basically.
Okay.
You know, and you want to, or I think it's the unhealthy expectations I have on myself that I'm trying to get over, because I really overachieve to the point where I feel like I'm spreading myself thin, and it's like at my detriment. Like I'm hurting myself or pushing myself to like this idea of like what I think is success or what I think is accomplishing or what I think is good. Someone took a dive. But you know, I feel like now though, you're right. I think I just have to really stop overthinking and having these expectations that I've set on myself, because at the end of the day, I don't control the world, you know?
I think your 30s are going to be awesome. I think you're doing really good for yourself. And I think
Thanks, Cammy.
all those fears that you're putting in your mind about getting older or where you're supposed to be in life right now, I think you can throw those out the window. I think you're doing really well, but I also do have this feeling that your 30s are going to be amazing.
Thank you so much.
I think it's going to be like a whole new chapter in your life where you're like blossoming and growing and happy and healing and just living life. I feel like that's how you should go into it.
I think so too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I know it's hard. Sometimes our emotions get the best of us.
It really does. It really does, you know. Yeah. And yeah. I'm actually really happy. I really am. I feel like this podcast has got me through a lot too.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'm really happy. Even though we're only 5 podcasts in.
5, but really this is the 3rd episode of Talking Nonsense.
True.
Yeah.
Back in those Mercury in Retrograde days.
Back in those days, which is so funny to me because we are doing Mercury in Retrograde content.
Like right now.
And last episode a little bit.
And then the Mercury in Retrograde, we're all talking nonsense.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's crazy how that works. I don't know. I'm just going with it. I'm just going with the flow. I'm at a place in my life where I'm not trying to control things that I can't control.
I love that.
I just want to let things flow. You know what I mean?
Let things flow and let things go.
Because I feel like what's meant for me will be for me when it's meant to be at the time that it has to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Divine timing is so real.
I believe in divine timing.
I believe in a whole
I really, really do.
Yeah.
Like, even like all the bad things that have happened in my life, all the different situations where I have been in, and all the negative emotions that I felt like were going to take over my life, like through all of that, I feel like it all happened for a reason. There was like a bigger plan involved. Not that I think I'm like important or anything for like God to be like, oh, this needs to happen to, like, I just don't think it like that. But all of that got me to the point where I am now. Wow. You know? And I don't know, Derek. I have like, people are gonna think I'm crazy if I
No one thinks that you're
but
crazy.
I don't care. Yes. This is my truth. I'm very intuitive.
Very much so. I know it.
Yeah, to the I freak. I think I freak some when they get to know me like really well, and I start sharing my intuition thoughts. I think I freak certain people out. It could just be because I'm very like analytical, and I'm very aware of like situations, and I'm always like looking at everything and everyone. So maybe that's why I'm right in a lot of
You're so good. The
no,
reason why I'm
no.
laughing too is no, it's
I
not for
don't
you at
want it to
all.
sound like I'm just
No.
being like, oh, she thinks she's always right, because I don't.
No, not at all. I was thinking more so I was smiling because I was just thinking like you think that about yourself, but I feel the same way too. And what's funny is that I always say this to all my friends too, that like back in Colorado where they're like, "Oh, you're gonna think I'm so weird and stuff." I'm like, I would never judge anybody, but then my sister's like, "It's because you have no boundaries." But that's what I was thinking too. But no, but honestly, I am like the least judgmental person,
Okay.
like
Well, I know you are, but
ever.
this is going on the internet. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but no, like I feel like my intuition is really good. And so I have this weird sensation, and it's like right here.
Ooh, it's on the
Like
belly area.
it's like right here. In
Ooh.
between, like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you some stuff too then.
Okay. I get like this weird, it's either like tingly sensation right there whenever it's like excitement or anxiety, depending on what it is. Like, for example, before I moved here, right, I had that feeling, and I kept telling my mom, I was like, I have this weird, like, exciting feeling, and I feel like it's like that feeling you get before you, like, when you're at the airport and you're about to, like, take off for, like, a really fun trip.
Yeah, it's a good
It's that
feeling, the best
feeling. And it's
feeling.
just like, Mom, I don't know. Like, I feel like something good is coming.
That's
And then
awesome.
I got this job,
Oh,
because it was like,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, I have that feeling when good things are going to happen. And it's like, there's no way for me to prove it. I know that. I'm a science nerd, and I believe, like, I believe in science and hard facts. I just felt really connected with like myself and God and the universe
That's
and everything.
beautiful. Yeah.
And there's no way for me to prove like, oh, you could just be excited because you're stupid, or like, I don't know, but
Yeah.
like,
Or like you hype yourself up, so that's
yeah, yeah,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, like, I don't know. Like, I've had that feeling for so many years, or like when something bad's gonna happen, and I feel it coming. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have that
Yeah.
feeling,
hmm
you know?
That's awesome. And the reason
I
why
have that feeling something good's coming, good things are coming.
I get that same feeling on this part of like my thumbs, like or on my hand.
Like excitement?
On both of them too, like right here, yes. And
Huh.
it's weird. It's like a tingly feeling.
Yeah.
And sometimes it cramps up a little bit and it's really like it's like a tight sensation. But I always get that before my auditions, before I go on stage.
I would trust that.
And it's weird and it's like a weird feeling and sometimes I really like it because it just I don't know what it is, but I haven't had it in a long time though, I will say. But I did have it like I think a couple years when I was on my first date with this guy. So it's like it's weird feelings like that where I thought, oh, this could be
Yeah.
something special or whatever. And you know what? That became like my first boyfriend here in LA. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, that was like 4 years ago, not 2 years ago. But
Yeah. It's okay. I still think I'm 25 in my mind for whatever reason. So I keep saying like a couple of years ago when I'm referencing to like my early
25.
20s.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, a couple of years ago when I was 21, I'm like, oh, that wasn't a couple of years ago, Cammy. That was not.
Literally, that's crazy because I feel like when I'm gonna be 30, I just know that when I'm looking back on like when I was 25 or 26, it's gonna I feel like it's just gonna be just like every other day. Because when I turned 20, I still felt like a teenager. You know? So
Yeah.
I was just thinking that because I'm like, oh, I won't
I think you're
be
as old as you feel.
mm.
If you didn't know your age, how old would you be?
Speaking of, there's a quiz for that.
Oh, really?
And there's actually like a little
Is
sign.
it like a BuzzFeed quiz, millennial?
It's kind of boring. It's like a doctor, like a legit doctor quiz. It's like
Oh.
it's your not is it biological age?
No, it wouldn't be biological age because they're not doing any biological testing.
Oh yeah, but I think that's what it is. Like how your body feels and how you carry yourself. Like that's your actual age, I guess, supposedly.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to take that test. I forgot what it is. Kim Kardashian did it.
Oh, okay.
And I guess supposedly she was like in her 20s or something. I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
nice.
So
Well, it must be nice. So they have like private chefs and
yeah, they have like a
they're eating healthy,
nutritionist
the
and
nutritionist and
yeah,
and personal trainers and everything. And so
it's amazing.
yeah, goals. That would be nice.
That'd be awesome.
If speaking of having that kind of life, let's say
You mean our future life?
yes, for sure. Let's say, right, we're like a
Yes.
couple of years into doing whatever it is that we decide to do, whether it's continuing this podcast or doing whatever.
Yes.
Or just simply like if money wasn't an issue and you could do whatever you want, right?
Yes.
What would your life look like? What would you do with your life?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Since we're talking about manifestation.
Wow. So what would I do?
Yes. How would you spend your days?
I feel like in that ideal, right?
Yeah.
World, I would oh my gosh. Okay, so what I would do is I would actually live a very lavish but very humbling life. Oh geez.
He's a humble king in his mansion.
Because like that's all we want, right? We want to like not be showy, but enough where it's just like there's little hints that you'll see that we're wealthy.
He's like, I don't want to say it. I want you to see it.
I know,
I want you to see it.
I want you to see it, but I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Look at my Rolex.
Let it speak for itself, you know.
Oh my god.
No, but I would definitely see myself in a beautiful home.
Mm-hmm. Spanish style
home
with an indoor courtyard.
Indoor courtyard, yes. I can hear my husband playing another one of his songs on his Spanish guitar.
Oh, okay. He's
just singing
a creative man. Okay.
Yes, lullabies for our son and our daughter.
That's so cute.
And I'm just hearing it.
It's like
in the
your
background.
version of the white picket fence.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, but there's no white picket fence. Hardly. But and it's just gonna be nice because I'm just there, like just laying back, enjoying my my mocktail, and it's just gonna be really nice. And I'm gonna look at all the things that I've got, like my awards.
Your awards? Okay.
My awards. For what? Funniest Asian guy, best leading man.
Ooh.
Kid choice.
Not the kid choice.
Back like with the blimp,
No.
And did you know that inside the blimp it is a kaleidoscope?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's the blimp is the award.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like shaped as a blimp, and it's like that. And inside, when you look through the lens of the blimp, it's a kaleidoscope.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that award is gonna be right there. My VMA is just like right next to that.
That's a VMA. He's singer, actor, songwriter.
I know. I want to get EGOT.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look
you know EGOT, right?
No.
Okay, so EGOT, EGOT,
yes,
is Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys.
Ooh.
Yes. And
you can do it all.
I'm gonna make it.
You are gonna make it.
Wouldn't that be great?
It is gonna be great.
It is gonna be great.
It is gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
I love that.
Yeah, so I think I see myself just all my accomplishments in a little chest, and then like just having that husband that's just in the background, just like playing with my kids.
I'm the main character. He's in the background.
And he's in the background just playing, having fun.
You're having fun with your mocktail
and
your Rolex, and he's in the background playing with the kids.
I love it. That's great.
I love your vision.
I know, isn't that so great? I love it. It's just so nice, And of
That's
course,
hilarious.
This is one of the many manifestations in my head that I see myself.
Yeah.
But it's just so calming, and I can. Oh my gosh! Okay, this is another manifestation that I really felt, and I usually feel these at night.
Ooh, okay.
Because it's like a night drive, and I immediately think to myself that I'm driving like my car that I always wanted, which is a G-Wagon.
Me too. I want that to be my soccer mom car.
Yes, it's so cute, right? I love it.
Love it.
Yes, and I can see myself driving there. And I was like envisioning like playing like this one song. It's a very sacred song. I'll tell you, like, not with you guys. Sorry, it's just very private. But it's this one song, and it's so beautiful. And I was like holding my boyfriend's hand and another on the wheel, and just driving down the 101 freeway. You know, and just like, and it's
nice.
just like at like 11 p.m. and I'm just driving from like a photo shoot or like a premiere of a movie. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think it was a movie premiere actually. And I'm just smiling. And then my husband's like, "Why are you smiling?" And I'm like, "No, no reason." And but deep down I'm
He's
like,
like,
"This is
because I
exactly what I do."
know I'm going to be nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, or like it was more wholesome actually. Like I think when I was
Oh.
smiling was because I was like, "This is exactly what I dreamed of.
Oh, you got everything.
I got everything."
Oh, I love that.
And
Derek, that's so
well,
sweet.
thanks,
That's so
hon.
wholesome.
That's how I've always envisioned. Like that's how I manifest. I guess it was.
Yeah.
I envisioned that all the time, and it's just like such a good feeling. And I'm driving, and it's like a little bit uphill because it's up in the hills, you know. So you're like, I'm like looking a little bit more cautiously, and I'm like, oh, there we are, we're home,
Yeah.
and it's just like nice. It just feels so nice, you know. It's getting out of the car in your designer outfits, and like it's very humbling, though. I promise you. You know,
So humbling.
you ring the
in his
doorbell.
G-Wagon,
I know.
living in the hills.
I know.
With his designer outfits.
You ring the doorbell.
He's a humble king.
Yeah, and then like, you know, the nanny comes out of like,
No, not the nanny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be $800, you know. You're like, okay, Candace, you know. She's like some like 22-year-old that's like working at like the barista like down the street.
You are
in Silver
so
Lake.
funny. He's like, and this makes me happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy giving Candace $800.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Change.
Yeah. Okay.
For you, Mr. Designer,
I
and your
I
house
see
in
it.
the hills
I can
with
already
your
see this house.
G-Wagon.
Yeah.
That's hilarious,
No.
Derek.
But I will say though that holding hand part in my like
That's the best part.
That's the best part with the G-Wagon.
Let's not forget
Yes.
people.
And him, it will make me so happy when he said, "Why are you smiling?"
Yeah.
And I don't say the reason.
Don't worry. When you
Oh,
meet your
that's a great
future
feeling.
husband, you know, I'm gonna tell him about this so that he can make that part come true.
Oh, he's
you
gonna,
know?
but he's gonna build his ego so much. He's like, "Wow,
Yeah.
that's me." Yeah.
It's about me, not you.
I know.
You're married to me.
I know.
You're lucky.
I know. I'm the main character.
I'm the main character here.
Exactly.
That's so funny. You're
Yeah.
so funny.
Imagine the invites like Derek's wedding.
Featuring.
Special
Featuring your
guest.
future husband.
Special guest.
You're stupid. You're delusional.
I love it.
And I love it. I love it. Be delusional. That's fine. That's
It's
how you're
great.
gonna make it come true.
You'll be there, so you'll know.
I
Like,
will
it's
know,
gonna
and I
be
will
great.
share this story at your wedding.
My
just so you
gosh.
know.
Can you imagine like that's how we like looking like 10 years from now, right?
Yeah.
We'll look back to this and be like, wow, we met because
And
like
we'll definitely look back to it because it's being filmed.
I know, I know, right? This is so cool. It's like a little capsule.
Yeah.
That's cute,
of
actually.
who we are in this moment in time.
That's beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that a
I
lot.
like your dream. It was very you. It's hilarious.
Aw. Tell me yours, Cammy.
Mine.
Yes.
I haven't thought that far out in advance to like marriage and kids.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love it,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't. If I could spend my life doing anything, would be traveling.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to travel the whole world.
Yes.
I want to like what?
I'm gonna hold the thought because I've been talking.
Oh, that's okay. You can talk.
You know, I think when I held my hand, like the hand of like that guy,
Yeah.
it was that same feeling that I was driving like to. It's like that feeling that you have on your gut. Like it was driving to the airport. I think that's where I was going. I wasn't going home for a premiere. I was
You're
going
just
to the airport.
Free.
Free.
You're
That's
a
the word.
Free bird.
Free bird.
To do whatever
Yes.
you want. I
Yes.
feel like
The
that's
best
what I
words.
would love. Like I want to, if I could live any kind of life, and I'm gonna make it happen one day. Like
Yeah.
I know it, like it's in me and I can achieve it and I can make it happen. But I love getting to know people and learning more about them and like seeing like their lives and everything, right? And just really, yeah, I just love to learn about different cultures. I love that about, yeah. Anyway, I would love to go to like different countries for like months at a time and like stay there and be around locals and, you know, learn the language or just really like, I don't know, just see the beauty that we have in this world and just, yeah, I would love to be able to spend my time like that. I also have like, I just want to try to do all kinds of things. I have this bucket list of things that I want to learn, that I want to do, that I want to try.
Yeah.
And I just would love to like just I see myself just crossing things off the list because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like learning how to surf or going to a photography class and, you know, being a photographer. Like for fun, nothing for like, you know, like actual
yeah.
like career. Um yeah, I would love to do stuff like that. I'd also really like to like, and again for me, not like to share with the world, but to like compose a whole album, like a small EP, not like a whole album,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
maybe like
yeah.
4 songs. Like learn how to do poetry and just like write
Oh,
stuff
that's so
down, and then
cool.
like I don't know, come up with like a melody or whatever, and just sing because you know I love to sing, and like
So good.
that would be so cute to like have like, you know, a little collection of mini albums
That's
to
so
like share with like my
cool.
kids one day whenever I have them, you know,
Oh,
and just pass it down.
it's like a
Like,
sacred album for like your
yeah.
family and
Yeah, it
to
doesn't,
pass
I don't
on.
want to like, at least me right now, I don't want that to be like a career. I feel like that's just too much.
That's so poetic though.
Yeah. And
For you
like
to do that, that's so cool.
yeah, like I want to do things like that. And then I want to have a foundation.
Hmm.
I feel like that's one of my like my biggest dreams. I want to have a foundation.
That's
I want to be able to
amazing.
have different charities and,
Mhm.
you know, I've told you this, like just donate to all these different causes and different people and have a foundation that like helps people that are in need. And, you know, there's this documentary that I watched on Netflix. It's called, oh crap, I just forgot the name. It's Daughters of Destiny, I think
Oh,
it's called.
okay.
And it's about this organization that takes one child from um a really poor family in India. It's based in India. It's about this school
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
And they basically invest in their whole education.
Hmm.
So that the hope is that by them doing that, they'll be able to help more people and get their family out of poverty and break those cycles, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
And just giving a kid who probably wouldn't have had that
Wow.
chance.
That's
So I
amazing.
would love to be able to do that as well with like different
What's it called again?
Daughters of Destiny, I
Daughters
think.
of Destiny.
Something
Okay.
along those lines. But yeah, it was just, yeah, I really
That's
liked it.
amazing.
And I would love to do things like that. And, you know, I have all these creative ideas that I also want to do. Like,
Wow. Sign me up.
yeah,
That's
like to
amazing.
produce like my own YouTube channel. And I have like different series, but not just for me, but like I want to be able to like my mom, for example, her passion, she's like yours, interior design.
Oh,
And my
so fun.
dad loves to like do renovations and get like down and dirty, like do like the whole
Yeah.
thing.
So every time you go back home for the holidays, you're like, oh my gosh, everything's so
My
different.
parents will redo everything when they my mom will get the idea, my dad will follow through, she will tell them what to do, what not to do, and it's just they make a good team.
Yeah.
And I would love, like I just know that that's really like their passion, what they're, you know, and I would love to be able to like hey mom and dad, I just bought this house strictly for investment
Hmm.
purposes. I'm going to resell it. I want you to redo it. And then film that, you know, for example,
Wow. Uh
and
huh.
like have them like, you know, whatever money comes from that to give it to them, you know, so that they can keep doing it and like invest in like my friends and family and everything so that they could also live from their passions.
Oh, you're
Because
such a giver. That's so sweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like
Hmm.
life is like so short, you know?
It is.
It's long, but it's short. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
Like
Yeah.
it's short, it's so short that I feel like people need to be able to enjoy it and live like, I don't know, this super passion. I have a lot of passions and I pursue my passions and I feel like
Yes.
that's what makes me happy. And if you're
Yes.
willing to also, if you want to also do that, and I want to be able to be at a place where it's like, oh, you want to do that? Let me help you, you know? And to
Amazing.
also get more people to live from their passions and just make this life meaningful. So yeah, I would love to do that. And then
I would love to join you. That's amazing.
oh
That's such a
yeah, feel
beautiful
free.
cause. Yes.
Feel free.
Would love to.
Whenever I get there, we could do it.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Yeah, we can move our podcast anywhere around the world.
Yeah, that's the beauty about working, online, is that you could do it whenever. But then I also have these, like, I want to be surrounded by creativity. I love creative people. I love to bounce off ideas because I get a lot of ideas that I just want to share. I would love to be surrounded by music in particular.
Yeah.
I love music.
I love music too.
Music and yeah.
Such a free
performing
experience.
And everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't want to do it professionally.
But she could. That's the thing. And Cammy always keeps it silent and be like, no, I can't.
Because I can't.
She really could.
I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I had this really, really vivid dream once where I was coming out on like this giant stadium and I just saw a bunch of lights like all around me. Like, I don't know if it was like cell phones or something.
Yeah.
And I remember that feeling was so strong because I just felt like this rush of adrenaline in my dream because it felt so vivid. I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been, is like so cool. But like the life of like an artist like that is just, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And I'm more of, I have more, I don't know.
Be like
I'm
an
more
indie.
free.
Be like an indie.
No, but I also just don't want to do it.
That's fair.
I
But
just
she has
don't
such
want to.
a great voice.
Thank
It's
you.
incredible. Like, angels of my dreams.
I love that song.
So good.
So good. She's so good. But yeah, that I want to be
Yeah.
surrounded by creativity and music. So that would be part of my dream life, to be surrounded by creative people, by other people that like to sing, so
that's
that
what I want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want to.
Yeah.
So.
And I want to do like, I don't know. I have this idea of like, I feel like I'm sharing too many ideas.
No, you're good. You're good.
But like, I don't know, like come up with like, I don't know, like a small line of cups.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
and then
that's
just,
cute.
like,
yeah.
sell them.
I would do a whole line of interior
journals
design.
for people. Yeah. I just have all these little ideas, like passion projects. I want to have a lot of little passion projects that I just put out. You know, that would be my ideal life. When it comes to like romance and dating or marriage and kids, would love it one day. I don't know where it fits in all my aspirations and dreams, but I've left it to God, and I'm just like, you know what, the universe will let it happen how it's meant to happen.
Exactly.
And my hands are off that wheel.
Yeah.
But
do you feel like those manifestations in your head, do you think that is a God's message to let you know, or do you think that's just something that you formed in your head that you just don't know if it could be in fruition?
There's times where I'm like full mode meditation, or I'm like praying and I'm just talking to God, and like I said, my imagination can get pretty vivid randomly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not as often as I'm making it seem like it, but it does happen more often, I think, than most people from what I've shared. And I'm just like, is my imagination just that vivid, and I'm that delulu that I believe it and I make it come true?
I think for Cammy to live large, right? For you to live large, and for you to think the big picture and being like, this is like how I want my dreams and aspirations to be. I always say, like, if your dreams don't scare you, then you're not dreaming big or higher. You know what I mean?
Because it doesn't scare me. It makes me excited. Like, I've cried to God. I'm like, I just want to be there. Please make it happen.
Right.
Like, like, guide me. And that's usually when I get ideas. And then I start, ooh.
Yeah. If your dreams don't scare you, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It might not be. It may be. But I just know that I have those ideas and I see it very clearly. I see the vision that I want, and I follow it.
I love that. And
blindly.
That's something that I am practicing too. And I encourage all of you guys to do the same thing.
Whether it's healthy or not, I don't know. You do what resonates with you.
Yeah, as long as you're doing it safely.
It's been working for me.
Yes. She is a success story. Let's follow her.
Well, I have succeeded in certain things. I'm just
she's like, asterisks, by the way,
but
full terms and conditions.
Yes, please. Because I'm working towards it. I don't know.
Working towards
do it
it
one day.
Yeah, and I feel the same way too. Darn it. What time is it?
I forgot my watch.
Wait, let me check. Oh, it's 9:49. It's almost 10 p.m.
Wow. Okay. Well, my phone's probably not going to take much more space. I have to delete like everything before we phone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it back into my phone though.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But yeah, well.
That was amazing.
I don't know how this is going to turn out, to be honest. We talked a lot about
a
lot of weird things.
But I will say I loved it. And
Me too.
I feel like there's so many heavy topics.
Yeah. That we just kind of breeze through.
We breeze through.
I feel like as time goes, we'll get better.
I don't know. I felt like this one was a very special one.
You liked it?
I really loved
Okay,
I loved
good.
it, actually.
Oh, good.
There's something about it that I felt like I really got to know you even more on a deeper level.
Oh, wow.
And
no.
It's a good thing, though.
Okay.
Because I feel like it just comes to an understanding of like the minds and the, you know, the fun.
How my mind works.
Yes, and it's really cool to see people's minds and how they are, you know?
I agree.
And just know that that's their safe space and that's how they are as a person. And you just come to like love them even more, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And there's like this part where I'm like about my manifestation about the G-Wagon. I'm not sure if I want to like leave it in the podcast.
Why?
Because it's so special to me, actually. It's something that like I never want to jinx. I just hope no one takes that from me.
But here's the thing, though, about manifestation and about this world and
I know,
this
it sounds
universe.
Really greedy for me to say that.
No, but here's the thing, though. There's enough for everybody. It doesn't have to be a competition. Other people can be happy too.
That's so true, actually. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a competition.
You're right. It doesn't. It's not like everyone has their own special like manifestation thing. A lot of people have the same ones.
Yeah, I think what you're asking for, what you're manifesting, what you're hoping for in your future, which is love and success.
Very universal.
It's universal, but you may give someone the idea to have hope in their life by sharing that because they're like, oh, that's also what I want. They're like, oh, you know what? That's hope. I want that too. Oh, and you'll give them the idea.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like
That's so good. See, everybody?
Sharing positive.
Oprah right here, changing lives one day at a time.
No, but seriously, you never know. Maybe you'll inspire someone to have that dream. Someone who didn't have a dream before.
Someone may have even taken that and be like, "Oh, I could be that guy."
Yeah.
And they text me like, hey.
Yeah. Just like you thought that, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I am that guy."
Yeah.
You know.
I envision.
So I think we should keep it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you so much for
coming to our TED Talk.
Coming to our TED Talk and just
coming to this shit show.
Yeah. You're coming to the shit show. And if you stayed this far on a lot, you know, if you stayed this far,
hopefully,
comment.
Tell us your dream.
Tell us your dream.
Yes. Or your manifestations. Like, how do you manifest? What is your ritual? How do you do it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Class act right here, folks.
Oh my gosh.
Top to the morning to you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Isn't top to the morning like good morning?
Top of the morning to yes. I think you said hello today. I meant to say. It's not like an aloha where you can say hello and goodbye.
Top to the morning to you. Then bottom to the night to me.
Goodbye.
Bottom to the night to me. That's a good one.
Bottom to the night to me. Don't even worry about that. Just be you. You are fine. No one is paying attention to you that hard.
It went deep. It went hard. It's like, wake up, Derek. Wake up.
No one is gonna pay as much attention like that, like to those little things as
you are. That's so true.
You know, because they say we're our own biggest enemy. So.
That's so true, actually. Yeah.
No one's focusing on that. They're just looking at your beautiful face.
Thanks, Cammy.
Yes.